on YouTube, I usually try to keep it fairly happy. Today is March 23rd, Thursday, March 23rd, 2017. I'll probably upload this today. It's so hard to to catch people up to speed. I'm gonna do my best though. I've been medicated for anxiety and depression. I hate that word, but anxiety, panic disorder since 4th grade. The long-term medicines have always been okay. They never cause any real issues. I recently switched and I was doing very well, but I had one self-induced, I will call it, panic attack, and it freaked me out. And what the doctor had given me for panic attacks, and I've had it prior and I've taken it prior, but not as freely as I started to take it, is Ativan. Started on 0.5 milligrams, which I'm pretty sure is it's the lowest dose that you can go. They said, the doctor said, it's like taking a drink, like you can take it when you feel panicked or you feel like you're going to have a panic attack, or, they're pretty relaxed about it. So I was like, okay. And I started taking the Ativan when I would feel like I might need it. Like, I feel a little shitty, I might need it. Or, just to feel a little bit better, because I was just putting myself, after the one panic attack, I was just putting myself into panic attacks because of that. So I started taking the Ativan, somewhat regularly to ward off panic attacks that I thought were going to happen or that I thought would happen. And it was almost like having a drink, which I don't do. I don't drink. That's what they told me, though. Hey, it's kind of like having a drink. So I was like, how bad can it be? It's like having a beer or a couple beers. Glass of wine. People do that every night. And that was my thinking. And that's what they told me. And by they, I mean doctors, people who do this for a living. I was taking it pretty consistently, and then 0.5 milligrams just wasn't doing it anymore. It wasn't working. So they said, just take 2. So that's 1 milligram. And then they prescribed me a bottle of 1 milligram Ativan, which is, it was double what I was taking. Prior to this, I had only taken Ativan in the worst panic attacks ever, and on planes to just, stop it right there. Come here. Come here. Hi. Go ahead. Hop down. You can hop down. No, you want to stay here. So, I was taking the Ativan 1 milligram pretty consistently. Anytime I would feel like I might have a panic attack, or I knew it was in my system. It was in my system consistently. And I realized, I don't know why, but I started feeling this feeling of, doom. And that's the best way to put it, is doom. You're fucked. You're screwed. There's no end to this feeling of, of impending doom. And, no matter what, I felt like I was doomed. But what does that mean? I don't know. It just felt like I was, fucked. Oh my god, everything. It's just this feeling of you're fucked. You're gonna die, kind of. But you're not gonna die, but it's it's kind of like that. But I started feeling it, and that would make me take the Ativan. But what I didn't realize is it was the Ativan, it was the lack of Ativan, going 24 hours without taking one, and I'd start to feel this, really bad feeling of doom, and I was like, what is happening? So I would take an Ativan, I would fix the problem by, actually using the problem. And it's crazy, because, I've never done any drugs, I used to smoke weed. That's not. I never did any serious drugs. I never drank. I never had like. I have a very addictive personality, but I could never get addicted to drugs because like, let myself. I'm too weird about what I put in my body, but this was like making me feel better. So I was like, it didn't matter. But so I didn't realize that it was the Ativan that was causing this new level of anxiety that felt like doom. Like it felt like there was no end to this feeling, and it was very scary. It was really, really, really fucking scary, but I didn't realize that it was my body starting to go through these like withdrawal symptoms of Ativan. This anxiety was strong withdrawal from the Ativan. So I didn't realize it because I was just like, this stuff is so, not that bad. Like, I don't know. I didn't think that much of it. So then a couple days go by and I hadn't taken the Ativan. I don't know why. I just was like, in my head, I was like, I had bad vibes around the Ativan. I was like, I don't want to take it because I feel like it is making things worse. It was just like a gut feeling kind of. Like, this is making things worse. I don't want to take this. So I went a day without taking it, which was like semi-normal, but I felt really anxious at night, and I was like, I want to take the Ativan because I feel so shitty and doomed and anxious. It was like a constant panic, not just like a panic attack. It was like a constant like anxiety and panic, which I hadn't really experienced before. And I've had anxiety my entire life, and I've never really had it like that, where it was like my body needed something that it wasn't getting. I was really frustrated and scared because I didn't know what was wrong. I didn't know it was the pill. I didn't know it was Ativan. I didn't know what it was. I just thought I was going crazy. So I went 2 days without the Ativan, and the second day was, it was even worse than the first. But for some reason, I was like, I don't want to take it. I just felt in my gut, like, I don't want to take that. I don't want to take that, because it was like bad vibes around it. So I like stuck through day 2, and it was pretty shitty. Like had that feeling of doom, but it was like, it was worse than day 1. This video is about day 3, which is Tuesday, March 21st, 2017. I woke up Tuesday morning. Hadn't taken the Ativan since Saturday night. Tuesday was the worst day of my entire life. And that says a lot, because I've been through days of anxiety where I just didn't leave the house, didn't leave my bed, but this was scary. It was really scary, dude. I didn't know. This is when I realized that I was withdrawing from Ativan, because I was like, I'd say it was like 3 or 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock at night, and I said to my mom, oh my God, am I withdrawing from Ativan? I haven't taken it since Saturday night, or whenever, it felt like a while. And I know you can withdraw from, these medicines, but like, and I'm so like, I really am very aware of all this stuff, but I just felt like it couldn't happen to me, I guess. Like, I don't know, I was just like, oh, it's such a low dosage, which I don't really know that it is, and like, I don't know, I just didn't think, it's not Xanax, it's it's like it, but it's not. But I just thought, nah, I can't be having these crazy impending doom anxiety feelings because of withdrawal from Ativan. Like, I'm not addicted to Ativan. I'm not, my body doesn't need Ativan, but my body was addicted to it. The panic was coming directly from not having Ativan. And that was, when I realized it, it was a good thing, because I was like, thank God I know what's causing this horrible feeling, but I need to power through this, because day 3 is the worst of all, like, withdrawal days. And I had the worst headache of my life. I had panic attack after panic attack after panic attack, and it felt like there's just like how am I gonna do this is what it felt like. How the fuck am I gonna do this? I just had no idea, and I just had no fucking idea, and it was scary but for a long time I had panic attacks and never taken Ativan, so I was, that was in my head, like, I don't need this shit, and I don't. Today's the fifth day without it, and I'm not addicted to it. I just needed to rid my body of a substance that was causing this like reliance on it, because I was taking it consistently and it was in my body and I was going through withdrawal from it, and the feelings of impending doom are gradually going away. I'm waking up every day a little bit better, but I mean, it's only been, not even a full week, but I basically got addicted. My body was addicted to this drug without even realizing what was happening. And I guess it's kind of just like a warning to people, like, your doctor, they might not always give you the best advice, because she was like, just take the Ativan when you feel anxious. Like it's no biggie. Boy, it was the worst day of my life. I can't really explain how bad it was, because it's like, it's really hard to even put it into words. I was like a drug addict. I was hot, cold at the same time. Had the worst headache. I was fucking sweating. I was freezing. It was like I was sick, but also this horrible anxiety and panic. And compared to today, I feel, worlds better. I don't feel that constant jittery anxiety where it's it felt like a substance was leaving my body. And it was, thank fucking God it was, and I'll never take it again. If it was anything else, if it was cigarettes, I would have smoked. If it was alcohol, I would have drank. It's just that I'm too, my mind is too powerful to get addicted to a drug like Ativan that helps me with anxiety, because I have anxiety. I have it. I deal with it really well, and I wasn't dealing with it really well. I was taking the easy way out, and I was dumb. But yeah, it was day 3, man. So basically, this is just for anyone who might be going through similar situations. I don't know. I'm not a drug addict. I don't do drugs. It was a shitty situation. They basically told me, take this whenever you want. And I took it pretty freely and became dependent on it to not have panic. And now that I'm not dependent on it, now that my body's okay, I'm not having those constant panic attacks. So I'm not feeling the need to take an Ativan. And I'm not. I don't care. I don't feel that. I don't want it. I don't feel like I need it. It's not like that. It's just that my body... It's not like a drug thing where I'm I miss that feeling. It's not that. It's my body was just addicted to feeling okay. So it was relying on this drug to feel okay. And it bit me in the ass 8 times harder than the original anxiety was that I was even taking it for. It was the worst. I don't know how put together this video is going to be. I don't know. How long? I don't know. I hope it's not too long. I hope it's not too confusing. Past couple days, whatever, they've been so fragile, or I've been so scared. But it gets better every day now that it's, leaving my system, out of my system, whatever. I'm finally feeling less like that. I'm finally feeling less fragile. I'm gonna have a panic attack at any moment. I don't feel like that as much anymore. Now that I'm strong enough to be whatever, fucking, I can handle it, because I could handle it before. I just wasn't. I just was choosing to not handle it. I was choosing to be whatever, I'll just take an Ativan. And if you can avoid that, please, God, do. Because, I don't know, man. But I do feel like it changed me a lot. I feel like it was a near-death experience. I know it's, like, dramatic and stuff, but I feel like I wanted to die. You know? Like, I wanted to die because I felt so horrible. So, like... I'm very grateful, man. I'm grateful, dude. That was horrible. I'm just grateful that I don't feel that way anymore. I hope I never feel that way again. I don't think I will. But it was scary, dude. It was really fucking scary. I'm happy that I don't feel that way. And I hope that anybody who does makes it out, you know. Just power through it. That's what I had. I faced the darkest, worst fear of just like, you have to go through this to get out of it. There's no way out. It was really scary. No more drama, bitch. Grateful if you don't feel that way, because that's how I feel now. I feel very grateful that the darkest hour is over. It wasn't an hour, it was a day. Hell. It was actually hell. It was the worst day of my life, and it shaped me into someone else, I swear to God. Because it made me, like, realize, like, holy shit. Anyway, I hope this helps you. One person, that's the goal. Anyway, I have other videos. I don't know what direction I'm going to take this channel, because... I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to take it however I feel fits. Once I get out of this once I'm fully out of this, I'll be back doing, videos. I know there's still scheduled uploads going up, but I don't know. I'm not super proud of everything. I wanna do better. I wanna do more. All right, YouTube, you guys soon, and I won't be a bitch next time. Follow me on Instagram at MaxFlaws if you have any questions. Everywhere at MaxFlaws. If you have any questions or you're going through something similar, just message me. If I see it, I'll reply. I'm pretty bad at looking, but I'll find it. Alright. Peace.